Today is January 5th. It's 11:40, a little late for the recap, but we're going to jump right into it. So, took two trades today, one on Top Step and one on Lucid, copy trading both of those firms. So, yeah, lost my trade on Top Step and pretty much break even my trade on Lucid because I got pretty over it. But let's jump into it. So starting off the day on the 4 hour, we had Friday's sell-off with this huge black candle on the 4 hour, and we took out this liquidity right here. Boom, tap that, and then we are pumping back up. So usually when we have a big sell-off like this or this, we're gonna bounce back. And so ultimately what I saw was we had this 4 hour gap right here coinciding with a 2 hour and a 1 hour gap. Boom, big unfilled gap. And also there was a 30-minute right in here. Boom, boom. And there was gaps above. There's this 5-minute and I believe there was a 15-minute right here. So ultimately what I was waiting for was market open to pick a direction and then to do something based off of what market open was doing. Sorry, that was worded horribly, but you kind of get the idea. So at market open, let me delete some of this real quick. So at market open, we pump up a little bit into this 15-minute gap right here. Pump up, reject off of the sort of middle of the 15-minute gap, and then come back down. We come down, and then we take out some liquidity down in this low, base low, and then we go back up. Right, so that low, where is my stuff? Oh, it's hiding back here. Huh. Boom. All right, so the low that we created this morning was this internal low right here. Did I not? Boom. Okay, so we swept out liquidity right there. What was it, like 645? 640. And then we proceeded to go higher. Created a 5-minute gap right here. Boom. 5-minute gap created that we broke through. You could have definitely taken a long right here on the break of the 5-minute gap towards the upside, targeting the draw or whatever. That's not what I did. I took a short, the break of the 15-minute gap to the downside, which was right here. So I took the short right there and then got stopped out. The other trade I took was right over here. But we can see that, before I jump ahead of myself, we can see that price came down, it swept out liquidity on the 5-minute. Boom, swept out liquidity right here, came back up, created this 5-minute gap right here. I think it's what, like 55 points? 100 points, 91 points. Boom, market pushes up with a strong buying momentum and then continues to seek higher. So you could have definitely taken that long right there. It's just, this was super, super choppy. But yeah, the other trade I took was, I'll just show you real quick, the preferences, show execution, boom. So this is the top step right here. Again, shorting 3, 15-minute. Selling 3, 25,554. 25,5, wherever that is, 5. Yeah, pretty late fill on that short, and then bought back at 2, is that 7? Yeah, 587. 5, 8. I don't know. You get it. But moving over to Lucid, the trade I took over here was a short on the, I think it was the 5 minute. 5 minute short. Rejection off of the 5 minute gap, breaking down, like breaking this trend. Breaking below again the 15-minute gap. Boom. Let's see, I went 36216. Where the heck is that? 622. So 621 right in here. And then I bought back at 620. So yeah, break even. Unfortunately, it did continue to go lower when I got out, but is what it is. Back over to TradingView. Sorry, this video is kind of all over the place, not really planned out. But my overall bias on the market today was bearish because right here, there we are. We sold off, pumped up. We didn't really have any selling candles until we hit the gaps, tapped into the 5 minute, and then eventually started to sell off. So I'm still leaning more bearish until we come down and fill in this 15-minute gap down here. Sweep out liquidity right here. Boom. Sweep out that. And there's also this 15-minute unfilled gap right here. So I'm looking to take a short right here. Boom. With a 30 to 35 point stop. So something like this. Boom. Targeting this low. And also looking to take another short right around here. Something like that. Targeting lows again down to here. Depending on what market's going to do with the Venezuela thing, Bitcoin and all that stuff, we'll see. NASDAQ is its own breed, trailing NQ. Not mentioning Bitcoin, it has reclaimed some of its structure. You can see right here, 4-hour and daily. We are starting to pump up again, which is great. But enough yapping, those were the 2 trades I took. Again, we'll just look at them real quick. So on Top Step, I am negative 200 on the day today, and on my Lucid, I am plus $6. Let's go. That's going to wrap things up for this video. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.